Graduation day. Dan and I have been here for a week. Learned a ton, had a blast.
Surviving.
Ready to go on the big final ride today. About to learn some more stuff as far as, you know, things are going. Anyway,
Wheelies.
I'm rambling. We're going to try. But yeah. Friday had finally rolled around, the final day of the XTADV course, and it was kind of like graduation day. It's been an amazing but exhausting week. Waking up on Friday, it brought this weird kind of mix of excitement about the day's events, some relief from the fact that our, partially self-induced exhaustion was going to let up a bit, and some disappointment that the trip was coming to an end and we'd be back in the real world soon. Today was a little different than the rest of the week. Training was optional and shorter than the other days. It was followed by a longer ride than usual that took us to several lakes. At the pre-ride meeting, we were given a couple of options. There was a scenic, kind of less technical route, and a faster-paced, not fast-paced, faster-paced, more technical route to choose from. So this is probably a good time to talk a bit more about Satan. If you recall, I briefly mentioned him picking us up in the last video. So when I said faster, not fast, it's because safety really is the top concern of the Traction eRag crew, and I kind of feel like Dallas has chosen Satan as his chief safety officer, kind of. Somehow he invoked him. I'm not sure what kind of black magic was involved, but anyway, he's there. The course is run on a pretty tight schedule. For example, when you're told to be at your bike by 9 a.m., you better be there by 8:55. If you're not, Satan will find you. And he'll make it clear you need to do better. I mean, it might seem a little extreme, but if you're late, you're wasting the time of over a dozen other people. And I mean, if you're not where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, kind of missing, a bit of a safety issue until you're found or you show up. When you're on the bikes, Satan is always watching. I mean, with a dozen people riding through the forest, having a great time, there's always that potential for a bit of ego to show up, usually in the form of being a bit aggressive on the bikes, but if you get out of line in that regard, Satan will let you know. You need to do better. The entire Traction eRag crew is there to make sure everyone has as much fun as possible. You can just tell, you just get that vibe from everybody and the entire time there. And I mean, an injured rider is going to absolutely ruin that person's fun, and it's going to end the fun for everyone else while that rider's being tended to. So the system Satan uses works well. During my week there, we were put in check, we'll say, a couple of times when the group started getting a little out of hand, but I will say this, it was always done in a quick, clear, and very respectful manner. Satan gets his point across and everybody moves on. So Dan and I were feeling pretty good by this point, and we opted for the more technical route on the trip out. We warmed up our bikes and we were on our way with Georgia leading us. So, what did I think of it? I guess what it all boils down to is, do I feel like I got value for the money I spent on this? Absolutely. Would I do it again? Absolutely. In fact, I'm already working on how to go for the XTADV Level 2 course. I'm not sure how I'm going to work or when I'm going to work that in yet, but I definitely want to do it. Now, I mentioned in the last video that Dallas had set a high bar of expectation for me. I'm telling you, every one of those reprobates went above that bar. Everything that Dallas tells you he and the traction crew are going to do for you is true. The experience really was that 50-50 blend of instruction and fun rides with beautiful scenery I was hoping for. I'm telling you, every single member of the traction crew will do everything they can to make sure you have everything you need. The accommodations, from the main lodge eating areas to the tents, the cabins, and the shower washroom facilities were always clean, more than adequate, and had the best views I've seen from a shower. Food was always delicious, nutritious, and there was tons of it. They were constantly coming around with seconds and thirds, and I very rarely finished my first plate. Also, they cater to individual dietary needs, so if you have any allergies or anything like that, they'll take care of you. The other students there were a great bunch of people, and in fact, we're still in touch with each other to this day. I mean, it's only been a few weeks at this point, but there is a WhatsApp group chat that we all do check in on every once in a while. I really did feel my riding getting much better, and my confidence level most definitely got a boost. So, really, if you're considering going to the XTADV course, but you're not sure it's worth it, it is. Just go. You won't regret it. So just a little bit of a, I guess, kind of a disclaimer or whatever, but I paid all my own money with no rebate, no discount, nothing for this trip. This was something I've always wanted to do. It seemed like it was the trip for me. I am getting nothing from Traction eRag for telling everybody or telling the 6 people that are going to watch this video just how amazing of a time I had there, and that I really recommend it. So, and also, so if this video ever kind of makes it to the Traction eRag crew in any way, shape, or form, I just want to let you guys know, I really want to thank all of you. This is a trip I first thought about a few years ago. It was meant to be my kind of once-in-a-lifetime trip. I had such a great time, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. It's obvious that all of you love what you do, and you really want people to have fun. It shows in everything you do there, from day in, day out. The staff there is just absolutely incredible. So I don't know exactly when, but I will be back, whether you guys like it or not.
The answer is probably no.
Nobody said it this week.
So
I saw him drive down it.
Yes,
that is like the easiest uphill and downhill that would have been on that other trail that we missed. So I don't want you to feel like you missed something that's beautiful and awesome. It was hell and misery. So if you feel inclined to try something hard, you can try that. We'll be there to help you up, but I would not recommend it. But I will catch you, or I'll try. So.
we had one person in the first week did it.
On accident.
No, intentionally.
But landed on accident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Left line.
I'm gonna go to the top, and we'll stop at the very top. But I'll go to the top. So if anyone wants to try it, have at it.
Can I do it?
Okay.
No.